My book, History Opticon, which came out in 2013, covers 500 years of American and pre-American history, with many of the poems researched because I am a historian and a researcher. And there's an About the Poem section in the back that is 60 pages long with websites and verification of what is true and what is not in each poem. So basically, the book was designed to address anyone who might argue against it and say that this is not true, that is not true. It basically says, well, you're wrong, and here's why. So, and I felt in light of a lot of what has gone on in politics, that some truth of American history would be in order. So with this poem, which is titled The Cross-Dressers of Antietam, I felt it was appropriate to bring this back, and I've read this. I usually only read it with a microphone, and you're going to see why in a moment. I have to find the page number on this, though. Hold on a second. Okay, this is the end of National Library Week. Do we have any librarians in the audience? Okay, then you should be able to answer this question.
It's been a while.
What is the theme of this year's National Library Week?
I do know this. It escapes me.
It's libraries, and there's a word after it. Anyone else? Libraries transforming. So, the cross-dressers of Antietam. Women occasionally disguise themselves as men in order to serve in the American Civil War. Reasons range from a sense of duty and honor to country to simply raising funds to send home to family. The Battle of Antietam was the single bloodiest day in the Civil War, and 21st century research indicates 8 women dressed as men were part of it, 2 of whom were Mary Galloway and Sarah Emma Edmonds, a.k.a. Franklin Thompson. So what I'm doing in this poem, or about to do for you, is try to channel this woman from the Civil War who was dressed as a man, and it is the year 1865, and she's reflecting back on what happened to her in 1862. Everything becomes private. A bevy of boys is naked in front of you in the creek in a rare moment between battles. You wish you could join them. Days of scorcher in these GD woolens, but you can't be seen naked. They'll know. Every moment becomes a challenge, a near miss, a sigh of relief. Wipe the sweat from your forehead. This dirty bloody mess is well nigh on 4 years now, and you have a concern. The young'uns joined in 1861 are now starting to shave. And this goes on 2-3 more years. They're going to wonder about you. Some may already wonder about you. Do they whisper over the campfire at night? Is there an ominous hush behind the wail of the lone harmonica? Tying your breast down is a daily pain. You're a private nightmare, but you're still alive. It seems so little to give. It's really not a bother when you consider all the young boys who have died. All the flies you've seen feeding on their corpses, and the fields of body parts, the blood, the dirt, the roses, the mud, the field, the violets, the violence, the weary resolve, your fade and dissolve into grit and resolve. You look at their faces and wonder, am I the only one? Is that a boy? Or am I looking into a looking glass into my own future? Remind yourself you have a name. It may not be your given name, whatever they're calling you these days, a world away from dresses and dolls. Someone may say, you don't look a day older than when you came in, but your eyes remain the pains into your pain. You may never know Antietam numbers. 3,654 killed, 1,771 captured or missing, 18,292 wounded, all in one day. September 17th, 1862. American bloodbath on a steamy afternoon. Now it's 1865. The throne, the mangled, the war-worn, and you. Women's work is never done. Don't meet their eyes. Reload your gun.